Let's go. We can get the Snapchats today.
Yes.
Incredible. Like, it's incredible.
It's so incredible. We get the Snapchats. Look at
Yes,
that.
I know.
Hawker 748.
Money, please. For just $1, you can help these poor fat fucks buy a beer, or maybe eat a sandwich, or maybe get off their asses and do something with their lives.
That's right. Continue to encourage their awful behavior.
Yes, exactly. Enable us at every turn. Hear this sound. It's time to drink up.
Yes, indeed, it is another dumpster fire. Look at me get all dramatic like I'm in acting class or something. It's a Tuesday
Still
night.
better than the Patriots, my friend.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Speaking of acting, how are they acting like an NFL football team, those Patriots right now? Oh, and it is so sweet. It is so sweet to watch.
The entirety of the league is celebrating right now. That D.
Gosh.
Oh God, it's bad.
It's
Oh my
terrible.
God! Like I'm seeing like Dante Hightower get burned to the fucking corner by like Carryon Johnson and like
Right.
Garrett Blunt. It's like Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Can you hold on 1 second? What? What the hell?
I finished my homework. Can we fix the crazy car?
No.
What are you doing?
I'm on a live show. Stop. Yep. There
Fucking
we go.
12-year-old
Yep.
kids.
No,
Was he
it's a
from
15-year-old that should know better. I'm sitting here screaming through my freaking lungs like I'm just talking to somebody.
Hey. You got to do it after immediately. You get the belt and you start whipping them.
That's
What
right.
we do every time.
That's right. You got to hear
Say
that.
this is a man with no kids
that
and will
leather
probably get arrested someday.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I
Okay.
gotta turn this off. Oh, wow. Bald and ugly. All right. What are y'all doing with these ridiculous predictions? 12-1-3. Who's saying that? Who's gonna go 12-1-3?
Are you talking about the Browns record?
Yeah, I guess. That's not even. That doesn't even add up to 16. Come on now. Get up with it. Yeah, I get it.
Technically,
My
yeah.
eyes. I'm ugly.
12, 1, and 3 does add to 16.
Mhm.
Obviously, YouTube never taught you math.
What? 12-1-3? Yeah, that is 16. Fuck y'all. You know what adds up is Jimmy Garoppolo's leg. He has one leg. It was 2, and now it's -1, and now he only has one leg. That's what happened. And
This must be punishment for the mega douche and his arrogance. It's the only way I can see it.
It's. I think
'Cause
Brady.
if you look at the injury report this week, the football gods were extra brutal.
Yeah, a lot of people lost their seasons this weekend, but you know what?
Lots of units lost and lots of high-profile injuries.
Do you think that's a result of the worthless preseason, where week 3 is a lot of times where the injuries start to add up? You know, I don't know.
Most of the time too is like they're not really playing them out there. It's like most of the stuff is injuries in practice.
Mm-hmm. Well, Jimmy G's injury was weird because it was non-contact. You could tell he tried to
It
play.
was like a freak. It was a freak accident because like it landed awkwardly in the dirt. Because if he had went out of bounds, he'd still be playing. We'd just be talking about 49ers loss. Like, oh, okay, they're still gonna have a good shot at the playoff.
Yeah. But
Now you're looking like, oh, we're fucked.
yeah, they are so fucked. They should bring in Kaepernick. That's what they should do. Just, oh shit, our first Snapchat. Yeah, Snapchat is usable tonight, motherfuckers.
Get the party whistles.
And my man.
Quick.
Yep.
Doot, doot, doot.
Are we singing taps? What was that? It sounded like taps.
No, it was a fanfare for
Oh.
the Snapchats.
Oh, okay, I thought you were gonna get into taps. Like.
No, that would be a longer first line if that were tap.
Oh my gosh,
Just saying.
that's the New
Come
England
on.
defense.
You should know your taps by now.
Right. I'm not a music major. All right, Kevin Sika, my man,
It's
says
obviously not a math major either, but
no,
what do I know?
I'm not good at anything. Snapchat are usable. Dolphins 3-0. That is a big surprise. Fuck all
Yeah, it
other
is.
teams. Browns got first win before Steelers. Well, only because of chronology.
Because of that
Technically.
stupid ass Thursday night football.
Yeah. They got to sit on that win for 4 days and then be like, yeah, we're a half game up on the Steelers.
Yeah.
The first time in how many years did that the Cleveland Browns are mathematically ahead of the Steelers?
Probably never, if any.
Did they win a division? No. Cleveland
No,
has
they
not.
made the wild card. They faced the Steelers and they blew that lead.
All right.
Made the playoffs
So,
once.
someone's trying to say Five's a sellout. Look, if you use my code 5Points at BetDSI, I guarantee you that I cannot be proven as a sellout. If you just go and type
Dude.
that and deposit like $100.
Bitch, I am a hardcore sellout. I
Yeah.
am more of a sellout than 5 Points ever could be.
Really?
There is not a sponsorship deal I will not sleep with.
That's right. I know. I am like me in college. I will take any sponsorship deal home at 2 in the morning.
Yeah, you got to treat it like the way you treat women. I'll take
Right.
anything.
Right. Anything.
As long as it's a good
That's right.
time and they pay up.
Blonde, brunette, I don't even care if she can make a sandwich or not. It doesn't even matter. All right, I got a little agenda here for tonight, which we always deviate from. Thanks, Kevin, by the way, for breaking the Snapchat cherry. You know, the Giants finally won a fucking game. And as you see in the background,
Texans are dog shit, that's why.
Yeah, the Texans are terrible. We got to go through the 0-3 teams. We got to look at our fail meter right there. But the Steelers, actually, I want to lead with the Steelers looked really good and then looked very butthole
They got
bad.
really goddamn lucky.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really lucky. If the Buccaneers didn't completely self-destruct in the second quarter and Fitzpatrick didn't turn into Fitzception, they'd have lost the game.
Yeah.
And that has me more concerned than if they just lost outright. Because now it's like, oh, shit. Our defense is still fucking atrocious. Our offense can, like, run out of gas so quickly. They're still getting frustrated on the sidelines. There's no discipline. If you've looked up their stats, they've had at least a dozen penalties in each of the first 3 games.
Yeah, it looked like the right tackle was jumping more than a freaking 4-legged frog.
Marcus Gilbert.
Yeah.
Like, the thing is, with Tampa Bay, they have one of the worst defenses. They're starting a bunch of rookies. Vernon Hargraves, their elite corners, out for the year. Chris Conte pretty much his career got murdered.
We gotta watch
live
that.
television last night.
Hold on, we gotta find that. Hold on, is it Vance McDonald?
Yep, Vance McDonald, Chris Conte. Like, he got straight up murdered. Like, you can find like the little prints, like where his body is, and even worse, like he got like I think it might be a long-term knee injury because of it.
Yeah, here it is on Sports Titillated. Right here.
Yeah, like that. It's Yinzer Pornhub material for the next 30 years.
It is.
Just like the Immaculate Reception, Juju Smith-Schuster over Vontez Perfect, Carson Wentz's ACL snapping in half, the self-implosion of the Bengals, every playoff win against the Ravens, Cleveland Browns losses, and every Super Bowl win.
I think you've made it through the entire Yinzer Pornhub library. It sounds like you only missed Antoine Randall L.
When I was a kid, the whole endurance challenge is you got to do it while listening to Renegade on repeat.
Oh, here it is. Someone made it into a GIF. Oh my god! Here it is. Oh shit! Okay, let's break this down right here. So, McDonald gains inside position. I'm going to break it down like we're on Jaworski. And he places his hand on the outside of his face mask so it's legal.
The entire helmet.
Right. And then he's able to thrust forward with his hips at the same time, launching Conte down parallel to the ground with his back, immediately impacting and not being able to get up to make a tackle.
You ever play Shadow of Mordor?
No.
Like the main character, like you brand him on the side of the face and you just like keep it there for a few seconds. You get all his thoughts and like every like little information. And you just like shove him off to the side. That's exactly how that was.
You shove his limp dead body off to the side.
Yeah, it's like he was spirited by a shadow realm. Like his life had flashed right before his eyes. And it's just like, oh, and there goes my knee.
Yeah, that was mean right there.
That was just mean. Flat out fucking murder.
So imagine what McDonald saw as he did it. Like it must have been like, you ever play Call of Duty where you use a shotgun and you shoot somebody and all you see is feet come towards you? That's what McDonald saw, was just feet.
Shots fucking fired.
Right. He just was like, oh, get the fuck off me. And that was like Jeremy. Remember when Jeremy Shockey hit like He hit a safety on Indianapolis and crunched him over. That was even more disrespectful what McDonald did to Conti, because he threw him off like a little toddler. What happened?
Right.
That reminds me. Okay, so I gotta divert to a little story. When I was like 10 years old, I was swinging in the backyard on my neighbor's swing set, and they held, for some reason, this kiddie pool had been bent. Right? I don't know why I remember this. The kiddie pool had been bent up because the kids had fucked around. And I hit it one time, like the kids like propped it up, and I hit it with my foot, and it started to straighten out. So I started to go back further and further and hit it more. And what I didn't know on the last one, that Danny, the kid from 2 houses down, was behind the fucking kiddie pool. And I went hard as fuck down into it, and there was this bump out in the center of it. I was like, that's where I'm aiming to straighten this shit. Danny's fucking head, all I felt was a solid connection with his fucking head. And then from behind the kiddie pool, all I saw was fucking Danny's feet just falling back like the Matrix, like this. Like, ah! And then he fucking slid on the backyard for like 10 feet and skidded, and everyone cheered. Like,
You gotta record that shit, man.
right, all the neighborhood kids were like, yes, fuck Danny. And he popped up
You're gonna
immediately.
fall, motherfucker. Be careful.
Right. I thought he was knocked out. Danny pops up immediately and storms off to his house like, fucking, you fucking asshole. Like, just,
That's a career-ending friendship right there.
yeah, that ended it right there. And I laughed so fucking hard. I was like, fuck you, Danny. You stupid shit.
Imagine if he finds this this podcast like
Oh,
someday.
man.
He's like, what the fuck? That fucking bald motherfucker said that about me? Well, guess what? Fuck you.
Yeah, I definitely owe Danny a beer. He'll probably be in Dallas
You
this
owe him
weekend.
like 10.
Right. Fuck.
Or maybe like a really good shit, like, you know, a big old bottle of like bourbon barrel-aged stout, or like one of those fancy tripels.
Yeah, I'll get him something nice. Oh, Kevin Sika. It's Sika. All right, you can take this
Sika.
one. Can you read it?
Yes, sir, I can. 3, would you fire Tomlin for how his team acts and how bad the defense is? For everyone, which coach gets fired first? Well, I mean, for Tomlin, the problem is that the Steelers' MO has never been about firing coaches. They've always had the pride about doing 3 head coaches in 50 years. And if you look at their history, they have a lot of like reference points where there were times their coaches should have been fired, but they never did.
Mm-hmm.
Chuck Noll back in the 80s, the Steelers were pure mediocrity. They were uninspiring. That's why we never talk about the 80s. Noll never got fired. He was able to retire. There was a time in the late 90s and early 2000s that Bill Cowher, they wanted him fired. And for good reason, because they were just deep in the tank. They were bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and the thing with Tomlin is, like, I don't think they're going to fire him unless there's like an absolutely damning year. I feel like they're more or less able to fire Keith Butler and Fichtner first.
Yeah, how many times has Tomlin turned over his assistants, though? Like,
A couple times.
Yeah.
I know they fought Arians first. Like, I think ownership meddled there, but he sucked. Then they got rid of Haley. His contract expired, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Defense, like LeBeau left, and then they brought in Butler, who's just like LeBeau light.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, like LeBeau's defenses are like 10 years behind the curve.
Yeah, I saw that coming, but he had such talent. You know, when you have Troy Polamalu, you can run a 3-4 base.
Oh, of course.
You know,
Jeez.
like, you
Well,
know,
it's soft zones, like any good quarterback can pick that anymore. You can see that with Brady. You can see that with Mahomes.
mm-hmm.
You see that with, like, dude, even fucking Fitzception did it for, like, a couple plays. But, like, that D's fucking trash. And that's more because of, like, the personnel coaches they have. And trust me, like, I'm at the point where it's just like, I think Tomlin may have to go, but the ownership's not going to let it happen.
Yeah, he's
As
more
for
of a...
the
Go
other
ahead.
question, I would say Bill O'Brien, because the Texans look like fucking ass. And he's been on the hot seat for a long time. And if they keep this up, done.
Yeah, they look bad, and he has no excuse. Like last year, he was like, "Ah, look, JJ got hurt." And
Last year they had injuries out the wazoo,
right,
so I gave him a pass.
right.
Now it's like, okay, Deshaun Watson's taking 5 steps back. What the fuck's going on?
What shocked me was that yeah, JJ Watt got his sacks, but they really didn't generate much pressure on Eli Manning. And I'm like, did they not watch the game film from the week before where the Cowboys pretty
Like the
much
Cowboys
blitzed?
crushed them.
Right, the Cowboys pretty much blitzed every down, but they did start a new right tackle, and I guess maybe they didn't
Yeah,
have the
I
book
heard
on
that
him.
they benched Eric Flowers, which
Right.
will become a day of celebration in New York history.
Well, it looks like both the guys that they put in to plug in for the injured center and the right tackle are pretty like they're football players, and that's what the Giants needed. They don't need these sexy, large, big first round picks. They need football players, and they got that. This one's for you too, right here. Clutch box.
Yeah. What's the solution for the Steelers, D, so they don't look like literal garbage? How about getting better defensemen? How about drafting better? How about developing your players better? Because look at all of the talent you've invested in over the past couple years. You invested first round picks in Artie Burns, who's regressed badly. He fucking sucks. Ryan Davis, who looks like shit. He regressed. You have Bud Dupree, who can't get anywhere near a fucking quarterback. You had Jason Worlds, who retired. He had like one good year, and then he fucked off. You have Stephon Tuitt, who's good, but he's been kind of invisible as of late. You have, so many different. TJ Watt, who is kind of still, he can make an impact, but he hasn't really made an impact the last few weeks. Like, you've invested so much capital in defensive talent, yet you've shown nothing for it. And that's your problem right there. It's a developmental issue.
I think even the announcers last night, even Booger McFarland was like, they missing Shazier out there. That was terrible.
Shit.
No
shit, Sherlock. That was the one guy they couldn't afford to lose because he masked a lot of issues.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah, we can throw him on Kelsey and Greg Olsen and Gronk and then we can throw him everywhere. We'll be fine. But now he's probably never going to play another down of football again, barring some unbelievable miracle.
He needs a stem cell transplant or some shit where embryonic baby, he needs Quado from Total Recall injected in him somehow so that he can play football. It's just Shazier's done, man. He looks like he has a baby inside of him when he walks. Unfortunately, it is bad what happened to him. And he could play.
When you saw that in the hospital, it's like shit.
Yeah. The thing is, he could stop the run. He could play coverage. He was just a beast. And now he's open your mind. He
was like the mini Troy Polamalu.
Right. But just like
it was like that.
Yeah, but just like the Cowboys every year, they have to get they have to get used to life without Sean Lee. Now you have to get used to life without. I think it's almost better though that that Shazier is probably not coming back versus someone that comes back for 3 weeks, gets hurt, comes back for 5 weeks, gets hurt. That's more frustrating, I think, as a fan. Like Bob.
Oh, yes. And Matt, I get your question about Gritty. He's just the embodiment of Philadelphia. That's really all I get out of it. Next, he's going to be eating cheesesteaks and chucking snowballs at everybody at Eagles games. That's the way I see it.
I think that's great. Yes, he is the embodiment of Philly. He's kind of creepy, very dirty looking, and
He just looks violent.
And looks violent and a
like he's gonna he's at the point about rioting games at the Super Bowl.
Right. He's gonna encourage the fans to jump on the ice at some point.
Yeah, it's like, oh hey, have free batteries, and you're gonna go chuck them at Gritty. Who the fuck names their who names their mascot Gritty? Jesus God.
What a PR disaster. That.
Well, I think they saw that coming.
Turns around and his eyes are all ghouly as shit, and you're just like, what the fuck is this? The fuck is this? All right, Gritty. Hold on, I gotta call up a picture of this for those at home that don't have the internet.
Sad part is he might be a better goalie than what the Flyers have right now.
Oh wow.
He might actually be a better coach too.
Is Brian Elliott the netminder in Philly? I think so.
Did you see them in the playoffs last year? Couldn't stop shit.
Who was the goalie? It was Brian Elliott, right?
Yeah, a combination of Brian Elliott, Michael Neuwirth, and Peter Mrazek.
Oh God.
Yep,
Neuwirth.
lots of trash.
Neuwirth is the goalie they give you in Hockey Ultimate Team, like when you finally get an
When you
NHL
just start out,
goalie.
like he'll have like a good game, then he'll get injured, be out for like 4 months.
You get Neuwirth in
That's
your first gold pack. Like fuck, I got Michael Neuwirth. Yeah, this gritty thing looks like he molested children easily. He looks like he's done it. Right. And he will.
Yeah, like he's going to Citizens Bank Park and he's going to do some secret shit behind the third baseline and take some young kids in the sewer, make them fight to the death.
Yep. I've got Radko Gudis's no move clause down.
That probably is Radko Gudis.
Yeah,
like, go get a stick and just start like lumberjacking officials.
Right. He skates just about as well. All right, I got to get to this one. David Benjamin for $5. What happened to the Raiders? I thought Gruden was a good coach. Also, Baker Mayfield announced as Brown starter for Week 4. All right, I'll take the Raiders comment. They suck. They don't have Khalil Mack, and now I'm starting to think that Gruden is tanking, quite possibly. And I don't know if he's sold on Derek Carr. He might be. He might be saying all the right shit, but the Raiders are terrible, both sides of the ball, and Derek Carr does not look good. So I don't think Gruden wants to be a good coach right now. I think they're tanking their fucking asses off.
Well, let's think about it, too. Oakland 2 years ago, they looked like a legit Super Bowl contender.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're going to your goddamn clown show again.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
I don't know. They're getting ready. They want to tank this year because why would they want a playoff season with their last year in Oakland? They want to be good in Vegas. So that
they're not going to be good in Vegas. They're all fucking old.
Oh, come on. They'll get a high draft pick and they'll at least draft someone to get excited about, right?
They'll draft a quarterback like Jamarcus and they'll rush him, or he'll be a guy who doesn't care and can't read plays and he'll bust.
They might pull a New York Giants and like take the best running back available, and then try to hype that up for the first season so they can go like 6-10, and make things exciting because people will show up in Vegas whether they're good or not. But then they'll probably have to win after their second year. But man, how sweet is that going to be? Vegas weekend where you're just like, hey, fucking the Giants are playing next week in Vegas. Let's fucking go. And you can just get shit.
Yep, and then they're like, you're gonna lose like $200 like for tickets, and then lose another couple grand on gambling and hookers.
Right, right. I mean, well, the prostitutes, you don't have to pay that much. It's just.
Well, I mean, it's like if you want to go Vegas, you gotta go some class, man. I mean, you could do like the CD shit, but I mean, it's like a mystery box.
Yeah.
I mean, you could get some like nasty, like oogly shit, and they'll just start attacking.
Yeah, but what they say, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, except for the herpes.
Except for fucking chlamydia.
Yeah. The herpes
that doesn't stay in Vegas.
Comes back. Yeah. The insurance claim has to be done. Luke Snacks, why is Grimace painted orange and in a Flyers jersey? Yes, that is gritty. It is Grimace, but grittiness. This is so creepy. I think I do need a restraining order against this image right here.
That looks like I'm just like, hi, I'm going to fucking kill you. That's that kind of image.
Yeah, hi. I'm going to molest you and then spread your butt cheeks open. All right, James Amode. What do you think about the Bills? Oh, that's another good one. The Bills. Speaking of weird shit, the Bills pulled a rabbit out of their butthole and beat the fucking Vikings. And didn't just beat them.
Like, what the fuck?
Didn't just beat them.
They're like 17-0.
27-0 at one point. They just jumped on them and pummeled them like Ralphie did to Scott Farkas. Like it was a fucking beatdown.
It's like that. I'm just sitting there like, what the?
Yeah. It definitely. I think week 3 and 4 are those trap game or weird game weeks where one team overlooks the other and they come in and get a win. And, where they're not really playing their hardest and you get these odd losses. And that was one of them right there. because the
Right.
Bills looked like trash.
Yeah, they've looked like one of the worst teams in the NFL, and then they do that. I'm like, what?
They're NFL players. They are NFL players. And some games, you have to think sometimes some games come down to one guy getting his ass kicked really bad, or, several guys having off games and it just results. And then some days they put it all together, Some days they're like, oh, I recognize what they're doing. Even though they're better than me, I can stop that. And they do it. And that was the one game, was the fucking Vikings. All right, let's check some scores here. Oh, wait. I want to look at the NFL standings and examine some 0-3 teams.
Yeah, but how fucked up everything is.
Yeah, NFL. But I want to say the Giants did finally win, and they looked okay doing it.
Because, I mean, Eli looked good.
Yeah, but it's still a cause for concern. Like, they should have won that game by a lot. They should have beat on the Texans. It was closer than it should have been. And
because the Texans didn't show up until like fourth quarter.
Yeah, and the Giants have
like, there's a game. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. And the Giants have a brutal schedule after this. Why can't I see? Yeah,
Quest for 7-9 continues in fury.
I am
Giants
not optimistic.
Whatever, and proceed to get butt.
Yeah, the Giants could be okay. They got the Saints next week, which is tough.
Ooh, that's going to be like 45-35.
Well, they're at home, so who knows? Maybe it'll be windy and nasty. They got the Panthers, which they're fucked there.
Yikes.
They got the Eagles, and then the Falcons and the Redskins are much better than people think. So they could be 2-5, headed into playing the 49ers and Bucks back to back, which the Bucks are no slouch. They got the Eagles again, two more times, and the Colts, which are a decent squad. They don't have any breathers here. Like, they're fucked, man. They're fucked. But we won this weekend. Hope springs eternal when you're 1-2.
Right? That's what everyone's saying about the Steelers. Like, the media saying, "Oh, the drama's done. Good. We're all happy and fun." And like, no.
Right. Well, let's look at what the Steelers have.
They nearly blew a 20-point lead. What part of that don't you get?
You're still at 500, 1-1-1. That's not bad.
You have 4 teams with that record. What a goddamn time to live.
Should play the lottery. All right, you got Ravens next week.
Yep, Ravens, Falcons, Bungles, the Brannies.
All right,
Ravens
you should
again.
be able to take at least 2 to 3 out of these 4 right here. These are against. You're going through the entire division.
I can see probably 2 of 4.
It could be 0-4. The Ravens, you don't know what you're going to get with them. Bengals,
Ravens are going to be hungry. The Falcons, my issue with them is their defense is fucking decimated. They've lost all of their playmakers. Most of them, anyway.
Yeah. The Falcons, they lost a couple players for the season, right?
Yeah, they just lost Ricardo Allen. Keanu Neal's out. Like, Deion Jones is out for a long time.
Yep.
So they're hurting.
They are
then
hurting
the Bungles, they're always hungry, especially at Paul Allen Stadium.
Yeah.
Then
Quest Field.
Oh, Paul Brown Stadium.
Paul Allen Stadium. I was like, wait a minute.
I'm thinking like Paul Allen. I'm thinking like the Microsoft.
Yes. Paul Allen Stadium, where it's all wireless and it crashes after the third quarter. It's just.
Oh, exactly. I know that stadium. It's like everything goes into the blue screen of death.
That's right. Halfway through the game, the jumbotron just flashes blue screen of death, like system reboot.
And it bugs you for updates every 30 minutes.
Right. And some annoying little paperclip.
Yeah, they'll force a restart.
Right. This annoying little paperclip animation tells you what the score is. I've noticed that you like watching football. Would you like?
May I recommend Arsenal?
Yeah, that's right. And then there's a hallway in Paul Allen Stadium that's lined with all CDs from AOL that they used to send you like 80 every month. Like it's a museum.
Yeah, like the coasters. They'll just use those as the entire seats. Like they're remade from AOL CDs.
That's right. Official AOL CDs.
Yep, we're helping the environment.
You don't understand, man.
And just like AOL, the chair will hang up after a random indiscriminate amount of time, and you must reconnect
That's
for
right.
another minute.
That's what
You
AOL
kids don't
was.
understand that.
They don't understand the pain. They don't. You don't even understand the pain of
Like
CDs.
literally YouTube, like you can YouTube like phone connection to the internet, and you will get that sound. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what you want me to go on there and get that?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think the kids need to understand.
Yeah. Hold on. I'll do it. I know
Like
there's
even
one.
I, like as a spoiled, entitled millennial, know what this is like.
AOL dial-up sound. That's all you have to type in.
Yep,
Hey,
dial.
It says we're live right now. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, search.
No, 173 people watching.
You've got mail.
Should
Here
be
it is.
great.
Oh yeah, this is when you're connected. You're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna download one image of porn.
Yeah, so it's gonna take like 5 minutes, and he's just sitting there back all like, "It's not coming."
Yep.
No. Shit.
Yep. And you don't even know who the porn star is. You're just like, is this Gage? I don't know.
Yeah,
see
I don't
tits.
know.
Yeah, could be.
Is this Jenna Jameson?
That's right.
Like you didn't even think about downloading video. Like it took like 10 minutes to download a song off Napster.
That's when I finally got back to college, like in 2000s. One of my roommates had like a DSL, and you could actually download whole videos. I was like, oh shit. Oh
It's
my
like,
god.
fuck yeah. Nowadays, like you can get like entire websites full of databases. Like, oh,
You can download a
12-year-old
terabyte.
me would have been like fucking hog wild.
Yeah.
And then he would have gotten to the really fucked up shit. It's like, what the fuck?
Well, the kids these
I
days,
don't want to go on here again.
they don't have to jack off. They have the Tinder now. They can just be like, hey, you want to fuck? And then these chicks just fuck.
That's some, you need some chivalry too. Some people like that.
Yeah, but nah, not my boy, dude. My boy is like my age. He still looks decent. He's on Tinder all the time and just bangs chicks. He's just got game. He's fucking...
That's the key, man. It's like...
Yeah.
It's hunting for it.
Yeah, you got to have game. I was Mr. like cannot read a signal at all.
Oh,
like,
that was me. That was easily.
Yeah. Chick would be like, hey,
it's like,
do you want to walk me
oh
home?
yeah, they were going on defense. I might as well throw it deep.
Right. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, matchups next week. I want to look at the matchups for next week. All the matchups. NFL games. Hold on. Well, actually, no. I want to look at these 0-3 teams. So the Raiders are 0-3. The Texans are 0-3. Cardinals 0-3, and that's it. There's only 3 winless teams. Who gets a win first?
I gotta look at some schedules.
Who gets a win? The Raiders have the Browns next. I think that's a loss.
They play in the Chargers.
The Raiders have the Browns. The Texans have the Colts. That's a bad matchup for them.
I think the Colts take that one. The Colts they could be 3-0 if it weren't for bad luck on the final drive.
And the Cardinals have the Seahawks. The Cardinals I think have the best chance. The Cardinals and the Raiders.
Oh, the Seahawks?
Seahawks did beat the Cowboys, but the Cowboys are one of those teams where you don't know who you're getting. Dak Prescott has not been consistent.
Dak Prescott has been bad.
Yeah. And there's a
like,
lot
you thought
of
he was going to be like, oh, shit, he's going to be good. And it's like, no.
Yeah. The thing with Dak is he has a good game, and all of Dallas crowns him as the Messiah. And then he has a bad game.
Well, because they've been so hungry for a franchise quarterback.
Right.
Because they still think Tony Romo's a choker.
Yeah. Tony Romo. He has his own football life now. That's how far Tony Romo's come. He has a football life documentary on him. And then they show the catch or the drop in the trailer. And he's like, that would have been the best throw of my career. I'm like, yeah, it would have been, but fuck you. Like, 4th and 1. It was a good throw, too. That throw was right on the money, and it was the exact read for that play. It was. He fucking put the ball exactly where it should be, and Des Bryant fucked him by trying to extend towards the goal line instead of just catching it and rolling like he should have.
Well, that's Des Bryant, and that's
Yeah.
why he doesn't have a job anymore.
That's right. I'm still shocked by that. Des Bryant doesn't have a job. Who else doesn't have a job that
Because Des Bryant is cancer.
Yes. You know what I'm surprised about? Speaking of other shit besides football, that Rick Nash is not in any camps. Like, he's not playing.
Rick Nash. Well,
Yeah.
Rick Nash, he was debating retirement.
Yeah, I think
That's
he's
the
going to
thing. I
do
think
it.
he's taking a year off
Yeah.
and then reassessing. That's Rick Nash.
In his prime.
It's like he's worried about his body. That's why.
Yeah, in his prime, one of my favorite players ever, Rick Nash.
Yeah. So unfortunately, he couldn't get a cup either.
Yep.
Got wasted on Columbus, and then he could never get it done with the Rangers.
Yep. Him and Hank, two great players without rings.
Mhm.
Without rings. All right, let's talk a little bit about this roughing the passer shit.
Oh, Jesus.
So
I'm going to go hug somebody, and then apparently if I let... Like, if you were to put somebody in the missionary, you'd be charged for roughing the passer. That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, and doggy style. No, that's not happening.
Doggy, maybe. It depends. If you like hit the face,
I
slap
think-
something, then that's roughing the passer.
I think only reverse cowgirl is acceptable. Now, I did see in the game last night, someone did a move where they threw Fitzpatrick down and took him down and had Fitzpatrick land on top of him. And I was like, that's how they're going to get around this shit.
I don't know. Like, there was like a playing where like somebody slapped like the head of Roethlisberger and he just like dove to the ground.
He did a soccer player level
He
dive.
did like a Neymar. He was like,
Yeah.
no, I'm hurt.
Because I remember the dude was Pierre-Paul was trying to swat the ball as he threw it, and he hit his helmet, and then Roethlisberger was like, oh.
Yep. That's Roethlisberger, though.
He
He'll be like,
sold it,
oh,
dude.
no, I'm hurt. Okay, I'm good.
He's like, I'll
Now
take
he'll
those
swing
15
like a 40-yard
yards.
pass.
Right.
But nowadays it'll be like a 40-yard pass he overthrows by like 20.
Hey, he looked pretty good at times last
Problem
night.
with Ben is that he looks really off throwing deep.
Yeah, that's what goes first is the deep ball. It happened with Peyton Manning. It's happening with Thomas Brady, Chad Pennington.
It's not even underthrowing it. He's just overthrowing it.
Yeah, but it's the sensitivity, man. That's what happens when you get old, you know? You can't do it like you used to, you know? You used to be able to crank out 3 or 4 a day. Now it's, one sad one that you might or might not finish. That's what happens, you know?
Incredibly depressing hand job.
That's right. From yourself. It's terrible. But no, I thought I was really impressed with Antonio Brown last night. He still is one of the best receivers in the league.
Well, of course. I mean, my issue with him is that he's a total diva and he doesn't know when to shut the hell up. His talent's never been questioned.
Dude, he caught the ball.
My issue with him is that he's the wrong side of 30.
He's still got
And
jets.
you've got maybe a couple prime years left.
He
at
still
best.
has jets, though. Did you see him last night? He caught that ball and just, like, I've never seen a human being accelerate that fast. Only him and Odell have that level of acceleration and moves. Like,
it's going to be like a civil war between him and Juju. That's the issue I have. Because
Juju's
Juju's getting a lot more attention now. He looks legit.
He's very good, but it's nice to have two guys. Like, you got to have two guys. Like, Sterling Shepard has to be the number 2, just like Juju has to be. Dude, Roddy White and Julio Jones were a 1-2 punch for a long time, Like
Now you get to be Julio and Calvin Ridley.
Yeah. Oh, Ridley looked
for maybe a
really
year,
good.
if you're like.
Yeah. The Riddler. He looked very good in that game. All right, but we're talking about this roughing the passer rule. Can they fix this? Can they
the issue with the NFL is they find an issue, but instead of do a reasonable solution, they completely overreact and just go way far to the other side. It's like, oh shit, this is a problem. We have to fix it. And it's like, nope, we'll just go to the extreme.
To the extreme? Do they wax a chump like a candle?
Mm-hmm. Oh, they better. They wax a chump like a candle.
Yeah, do they light up the stage and grab the mic like a vandal? Yeah, it's bad because You know what? I was listening to the radio today, though. The counter argument is like, it's okay. Like starting quarterbacks aren't going to change our opinion of the league. If they get hurt, we're still going to watch. I'm like, y'all motherfuckers do not watch.
Yeah, you try watching CJ Beathard.
Right.
San Francisco's ratings are going to fucking plummet.
Right. Nobody cares when Charlie Whitehurst plays against freaking Matt Flynn on a Monday night on week 14. It does matter. It does matter that they need to protect these quarterbacks, but a lot of what I'm hearing is they've just asked the refs to do too much.
They do it the wrong way. That's the thing. There's deliberate, blatant personal fouls, and then there's clean hits.
Mm-hmm. And they don't...
Clay Matthews, week 1, that was a deliberate personal foul. That should have been called. The past 2, they're clean hits.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think, Brandon Perna, he did a video about it, and he's like, just give the referee some judgment, like if they slam somebody down, if they pick somebody up, like this weight thing is ridiculous. Like if you hit somebody, they're going to fly up off the ground. In fact, if I'm a quarterback, I'm going to sell it now. I'm going to try to get you to land on top of me. Right?
Yeah. And look at William Hayes from the Miami Dolphins.
Right.
He tried to avoid laying his body on the quarterback. He tore his ACL. He's out for the year.
Yeah, I saw that. That was bad. He was like, I got to catch myself. And his knee came down.
Yeah, his knee buckled. And then you think he's celebrating, but in reality, he's writhing in pain.
Yeah. That's the problem. When you tear your ACL, like it's not the actual ligament that hurts. It's all the ligaments, like your muscles around the knee that get all fucked up and hurt. And that's extremely painful. Like your entire joint goes all out. I did that.
I have not had that pain. I hopefully will never have that pain.
Yeah. Don't go skiing ever. Just don't ski. It's fun as shit.
Well, that's good because I have no interest.
Yeah, it's super fun. You do it once, you'll want to go again, and then the second time is when you fucking tear your ACL, and that's what happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. My right knee is completely shot. Actually, it's like this. Like if this is a normal knee, if this is the ligament, and this is torn, mine's like this, like shitty. Like if I try to run or something, if I miss stride, I'll feel it, and then I'm like, fuck. Don't run.
Even like with surgery, like it kind of gets like.
Oh, surgery would fix it, but the fucking cunt doctor was like, surgery could fix it, but you're not going at it that hard, are you? Like, you're 40, and I was like, number one, no, I'm not, and number two, fuck you. Like you would, if I was 20, you'd fix it. But since I'm 40, you're like, fuck you and your knee, was basically what the surgeon told me.
I think they just shut up and take your money.
He said, look, I make my living on surgeries and you don't need the surgery. I was like, but he also was saying, don't fucking push it, old man. I was like, my dream of an amateur MMA fight is not going to happen now.
Yeah, you're not going to be a professional athlete. It's terrible.
Right. The dream that I've had for 10 years to fight in an amateur cage fight is not going to happen. So now I'm just left with the fantasy of every time I hear some really good walkout music, I'm like, I'd come out to that.
You'd strut to that.
Yeah.
You're like, there's like going to be like 5 people there.
Yep. Yeah.
Like drunk people.
I'm listening to Saliva. Like, I'd fuck somebody up to this shit. Yeah. There's like 4 drunks and it's in my backyard and I'm fighting my neighbor.
Yeah.
That's what
I'd probably be like just on a live stream, just laughing at you watching it.
Yeah, I'm fighting another YouTuber in Dallas.
Yeah, that's a hot new craze, fighting YouTubers.
Right. That's right.
And maybe if we go to Dallas, I'll do that little fight shit.
Oh, dude, we're gonna fucking have fun this weekend.
Yeah, we're gonna like fight to the death.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's awesome.
If fighting equals drinking, like, dude.
Well, I mean, it could be both. Same.
I'm just saying, I want to find out.
About the Giants, and then we'll just beat the shit out.
Yeah, it's fine, man. We can argue about who the worst team in the NFL is after the game, and then we'll just
and then somebody else is gonna be there. It's like, hey, I am a fuck you. I'm like, no, No, you're already fucking yourself. Have fun with that.
Yeah, Jake Paul. Maybe Jake Paul goes. Maybe SeatGeek pays Jake Paul, and we have to.
Say it's Jake Paul or maybe LSK guy or Deji or
What
probably
if
gonna
we?
get Logan Paul and and
Right.
then there's gonna be like a suicide vid with like, holy shit, I just saw a YouTuber kill himself. It's like it was me.
He jumped off of the big screen in Dallas into the middle of the
Yep.
field. Yep. What if like somebody big time is there and big times everybody like Dude Perfect walks in and we're like fuck.
Yeah, that probably is what's gonna happen. It's gonna be like fucking Dude Perfect. It's gonna like stunt over us.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I'm in a random Dude Perfect video and I'm gonna be like a meme.
Right. You're gonna be the fucking guy picking his nose in the back of a Dude Perfect video. Just like, oh shit, hey.
It's like, hey, I'm that dude in the fanny pack. It's fucking awesome.
I'm the guy that's eating Cheetos out of his fanny pack.
Wait. Evan Escher said Dude Perfect is in Dallas, actually. Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
Oh, shit.
They're going to be there. I'm going to meet the bearded guy and the two twin brothers.
I think the bearded guy. And they were in like a K Jewelers commercial.
Really?
Months ago. That's all I know.
They're actually decent athletes. That's the thing. They're like, if I were in the Dude Perfect crew, I'm a decent athlete. Like, I can throw a football, you know? Like, that's how they're able to get away with actually doing the stunt. Because if they were horrible, they would never pull off the stunt. Just
of course.
Even with all the takes.
And you have to rely on, shitting on everybody like I do.
Yep. Yeah, you just
because they have no
talk
talent.
shit. All right, Lord Lowe for $1.99. I like how he spared us the penny there. Put Lawrence Taylor in charge of the NFL. That would not
Lord
be
Lowe
bad.
is Bob Nutty. He's too cheap. But LT.
If LT were in charge, it'd be totally legal to grab any offensive player's nuts.
Yeah, you just got to grab him by the pussy.
Yep.
You just like
grab him by the pussy.
Mandatory cocaine at halftime.
Yeah,
that's the LT way.
I don't know where we're gonna be. I don't know where city-wise where we're gonna be. Fly Latore. I don't know. If you go to the game Sunday, we might be able to come out and see you. But we got all events and shit. I think we're gonna be around the ballpark. We got all plans for Saturday.
I don't know where we're actually gonna be. That's the only thing.
Yeah, I don't know what the actual agenda. I was supposed to get the agenda today, but
yeah,
I hear.
I mean, I have a mail that I could send you, but
yeah.
But I mean, that's up to you.
Oh, you want to send me the email?
Are you going to be in the same hotel, or is it just like different hotels?
I think so. I think we're all in the same hotel. Here, let me text it to you so we don't say where it is. Hold on. Hold on.
I will be expecting a message from you shortly.
Hold on.
I will not dox you.
Don't read it like a
It's probably going to be a trap, and it's going to be the Four Flags Hotel in the middle of bumfuck Arkansas.
I think it's the Super 8 Motel in Rosewood, Minnesota.
Yep, it actually is. Mm-hmm.
Is that the
Super
same one?
8. Yeah, it's the Super 8. I mean, apparently they're doing like a fighting pit down there, I heard. So it's they're going to put this on YouTube and make mad ad bucks.
Maybe that'll be my fantasy. Maybe someone could put their phone and play Saliva as I walk in and beat up Mike Korzemba, you know?
I don't know. I feel I don't know, maybe that Troy Dan or Flemlo, they're going to tear my ACL. Maybe KTO will come out with a chair. Just go
I wonder if Lost and Unbound, the clickbait master, will be there. Huh? If he
the NBA 2K guy.
Yeah, if he tries to talk to me, I'll be like, I don't like you.
Oh, dude, he had he had that huge scandal with paying his editors, didn't he?
Really? I have no idea.
I thought I heard that a few years ago.
Oh, Mr. Mephisto, my man.
It's all gamers and basketball channels.
All right, Mr. Mephisto just dropped 20.
Any of these goddamn names.
Yeah.
It's what?
Hold on, we got a mega super chat here.
Ooh, mega, mega super
orange.
Chat. Oh,
it's
shit.
so hot, it's orange. Observations from Mr. Mephisto, who I always lovingly post that suicide gif of that guy spinning around in his chair. Who is that? It's like a YouTuber. He has the shotgun in his mouth. He's always spinning around.
Was that a Proton John?
Yeah, something like that. He's always got the shotgun.
John Jafari.
Yeah. Anyways,
John Tron. That's who it is, JonTron.
Yeah, he's funny. Observations. NFL can't make reasonable rules. Pats are now in the twilight. Agree. Mahomes is September God. Jags still can't beat the Titans. That was impressive by the Titans.
That was a boring ass fucking game.
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting there like, ooh, Jags are going back to them. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because when I was waiting, there were people watching the Texans game. I'm sitting there like, does anything happen? Like, nope. Like, lovely.
It was like 6-6.
All I heard was Blaine Gabbert's out for the game. It's like, that's actually a benefit.
Right. Oh, I thought it was going to be like Gabbert's Revenge, which sounds like a pirate movie, by the way. You know, Gabber's Revenge.
Gabber's Revenge starring Long Dong Silver.
That's right.
Raid all the men's booties.
Jags still can't beat the Titans. Yes. And the Steelers are still a hotter mess than this stream, which is pretty darn hot. Godspeed, guys.
It's like Death Valley levels of hot.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe one year they do the SeatGeek thing from Nashville and we go get a drink with Mr. Mephisto. That's right.
Be right with a very bold prediction. It's not like it's happened every week so far. I don't think
he's from Nashville. I think he's from Memphis. But anyways, Bilal Wright, 9641, one of the big fans of the team. I don't. Is it Bilal or is it just B Right? I could be somebody.
I think it is Bilal. I think like it might be, yeah.
Yes. Observation for next week. Some injury will happen to a big player next week. Good guess right
could
there.
Be big as an offensive lineman or big as in reputation.
Are you saying like an Aaron Rodgers type player will go down or just like a starting quarterback like Case Keenum? Some injury.
They've had some high-profile players go down this week. Ricardo Allen's fucking huge. You have Peters, Talib, and Sherman out for a couple weeks.
Yeah, but who is a ratings player? Who is
ratings like an OBJ? You're looking like an Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
You're probably like Khalil Mack.
Like he could drop the share.
Even AP brings like eyeballs still.
Right. So if Drew Brees were to go out, that would be a ratings drop.
Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers, even like a AB.
Yeah.
Big Ben.
Yeah. I saw from James Conner last night, like, y'all don't need Le'Veon. Y'all don't need Le'Veon. You know.
Dude, the problem with running backs is there's no market for them. They're so easy to replace. Like James Conner's look good behind that line.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter because, like, unfortunately, $14 million, you're getting paid almost double the amount that next highest paid running back is. So it's just no market.
They can't trade him.
It doesn't matter how much you argue, how much you can catch and pass catch out of the middle. The decline for running backs is unforgivingly brutal.
I don't understand why they put the franchise tender on. I guess they knew. They knew, like, hey, fuck it. If you don't want to accept these checks,
they have one to burn every year.
Yeah.
Technically, what they should do is you can only use it once, so you avoid the situation.
Well, no,
That's what they should change.
You can use it as many times as you want. It just the pay scale keeps going up.
It's based on the averages.
Yeah. So
it's like the average, like at highest, like paid. So that's why he's getting paid like $14 million.
I think the Skins did it to Cousins. What, 3 times? They put the tag on him
3 times, yeah.
Yeah, so he made like $60 million in 3 years, and then got that huge contract to get his fucking
fully guaranteed
shit pushed in by the Bills this weekend. Like,
he's getting paid handsomely for it.
Yeah, well, it looked like he was worth it when he brought that comeback after Clay Matthews molested him in the backfield. You know, after Clay Matthews forgot to put the pillow behind his head as he tackled him. He got that extra 15-yard, gain off the interception that he threw, instead of it being a fuck up or whatever it was. It was like 3rd down or something when that happened. Yeah. So, all right. Oh, here's some other topics before we wrap it up. Jameis Winston got busted with some burner accounts. Fly Latory sent me that today. I think
everybody gets burner accounts, man.
Yeah. And where was it? Here. Yeah, it was Johnny U some guy named Johnny U was writing Jameis Winston is young. I don't know if these are real burners. This it could be just speculation.
Well, the one they make fun of all the time is Kevin Durant.
Yeah, that's true. But Durant got busted for real. They were like, "Yeah, we know this is you," but there's one for you right there, Tree.
Another super chat.
Yes, another.
Take a look. See. Woo. How about those Mountaineers for $2.76? Haven't really been paying attention to the Mountaineers, unfortunately, have I now? Ruining the Panthers for losing the fucking Tar Heels again. I knew that was going to happen anyway because they always do that shit. And then they'll pull like a big win out of their ass for like no apparent reason. They do this every year.
Is West?
They're going to finish like 5-7.
Oh, sorry about that. I keep trying to jump in.
You're good, man. Oh. It keeps echoing. Don't worry.
Don't worry about it. Is West Virginia like a Western PA type of thing to follow if you don't want to?
A little bit. Like there's like a small cult of like Southwestern PA that like went to Morgantown. Like Southwestern PA is more Penn State than Pitt than West Virginia.
Yep. Okay. Happy Valley. Mm-hmm.
Notre Dame or Stanford, who wins? I hope Stanford wins because Notre Dame are nothing but a bunch of arrogant fucks.
Yeah.
But
Brian Kelly can lick my fucking butt crack.
Oh, he can lick everyone's taint. And even then, he'll still say that he's the best head coach in football.
You kind of have to have an ego to be a head coach. Don't excuse it. Scott Frost doesn't have an ego. He said he's not going to yell at players. They're getting the shit kicked out of them this year.
It's fucking Nebraska. That's why.
It's true. Oh, Eric Warthrin for $2. We did that last week. Our thoughts on the Eric Carlson trade. Unfortunately, they gave away the house and got fucked and still couldn't get rid of Bobby Ryan's contract. It was a bad move, but what else could they do? They were fucked. Fucked was what they were. So, yeah. Yeah, you missed it, buddy. I'm sorry. But thanks for the $2 Snapchat. Appreciate it. But Eric Carlson is going to have a great year in San Jose, and Ottawa is going to burn hotter than Rome as Caligula played his fiddle.
Dude, they're already fucking burning, dude.
Right.
Matt Duchene is pissed.
This is my impression of Matt Duchene playing hockey.
Like, they waived like one of their veteran players. Like, he was making like $3.5 million because Eugene Melnick needs to make money.
Melnick looked at his balance sheet and just cut a player and was like, yeah.
It's like, yeah, and then he just drinks a shot of whiskey in Barbados.
Yeah, from afar.
Every
and
time.
He's just like, hey, how those fucking Senators doing, huh?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh.
He's going to get interviewed for like a goon defenseman again.
All right. Is it this year that they make every fan that comes into Ottawa to list their blood type so that he can see if they're a match for his liver?
Maybe.
Mm-hmm. Fucking piece of shit, Eugene Melnick. He's a billionaire.
Dude, that's.
Yep. I forget how he got his money.
Man.
Oh, he reverse engineered
pharmaceuticals.
Drugs. Yeah, he reverse engineered generics. So he would figure out what all the ingredients were in like the good drugs, and then be like, "All right, we can make
and cheapen them.
Yep.
And make them like ultra cheap, and be like, make money.
Yeah. He was like Martin Shkreli, but smarter. That's it. And now he owns.
Well, he didn't flaunt his ego out there and buy a random album from the Wu-Tang Clan.
Or he did not buy all the AIDS drugs and then quadruple the price or multiply it by.
It's like a generic drug.
Right. He was like, yeah, I'm just gonna see if I can deny people with AIDS the drugs that they need, based on price and see how that goes. And then the SEC was like, I think we'll find a way to put you in jail because you were nobody. All right. Last topic was Kawhi Leonard's laugh today. Hold on. Let me see if I can find that. Kawhi Leonard laugh. Because that was pretty funny. They were like, yeah, I'm a fun guy. It's just ridiculous. Hold on. This better not be like, I better not be reacting to somebody's video. Oh,
and
no.
are tired of settling
with your career.
Oh, what are these two gay guys trying to sell me? All right.
And what would you like people to know about you?
I'm a fun guy. Obviously, I love the game of basketball. I don't even know where you sit.
Did you hear
What?
that? Did you hear him laugh? Hold on.
Yeah.
Where you sitting at?
I don't think that dude has ever laughed in his life. It was painful. Like he was just like all right, did I lose you here, or is dead air
Nah, I'm
taking
still
over?
here, man.
Yeah. All right, that's it. All right, I stopped it, y'all. All right, that we did an hour of time, man, and first monetized here on the Dumpster Fire. It's yeah, it sounds like Vincent Price from Thriller, you know. All right, man. You got anything to say to the peanut gallery before we meet up on fucking Saturday?
Maybe. Peanut gallery.
Yep.
He's talking about penis gallery.
Penis gallery. Yeah, crying would hurt too much. Dead air is just too good right now. Thank you.
Oh, that air is always good, man.
Yep. Thank you, everybody who donated the Snapchats. I will pass that on to a stripper in Dallas.
Make it rain, baby.
Yeah, that's right. And maybe purchase a prostitute if we have any left over, because with prostitutes are sometimes like cars on the used car lot. You know, some of them are still banged up, but you know, whatever the price is, it could work out. You know. All right, I'm 5 Points Vids, and you fuckers made it to the end of the stream. Peace out. See you next week.